Happy hump day, guys. Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. This video is an absolute must watch. I hope you guys did enjoy the previous video where I discussed one obvious and risk-free way to generate passive income with your Spark, the FLR, the Spark token, as the network goes live this month. And if you don't have any coming your way due to the airdrop, you can also buy some on the open market. I would imagine, full speculation here, so don't be upset, that I think that the launch of the Spark token price will be below the IOUs that are issued currently on Poloniex in exchange, along with Bitrue. Now, do I think those prices can be reached in the future, maybe even $10 plus? Oh, absolutely. But again, crawl, walk, run. So, before getting into the XRP price chart, before talking about one piece of news that could radically impact this entire space, I wanted to start off with some words of wisdom. We're doing this video one take, uncut. I got my glass of wine by my side. I've only taken a few sips, so bear with me here. Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put that passing time to the best possible use. Stay strong, stay focused, and stay patient. And now to the XRP price chart, guys. I thought I knew what patience meant, and then I got into cryptocurrency, and as we can see here, we are recovering nicely, well above $1 right now, and it's great to see we had a strong monthly close just 2 days ago for the XRP price chart. Now, I know a lot of analysts are predicting that we recover out of this. Blockchain Backers specifically was kind of showing kind of a V-shaped recovery. I absolutely agree, and I would love nothing more than that. Would not surprise me one bit, and what we can see is this. Now, obviously, I want a very strong, sharp slope for an incline of this recovery. I want us to just go up, and obviously that was a bit aggressive, but I would just love us to see, climbing up very, very aggressively rather than something that's dragged out like this, where it's almost like a big cup. See how this was a cup from obviously the December 20th crash when the SEC announced their news. We can see that we came down and we almost double bottomed. Again, I understand this is on a slant, but this is kind of the ideal structure we're looking at, and now it seems we're recovering. But instead of this, dragged out cup, I want it to be a very, very aggressive V out of this. And then of course we can kind of double tap, retest the all-time high, and keep moving. And you can look at past data. I mean, even after the March 2020 crash, this was like the longest cup. You could say it's a V-shaped recovery, if you kind of just draw a trend and look there, but I want it to be like sharp. So that's what I'm looking at for the most of the altcoin market cap, watching that BTC dominance. And I do agree with a lot of the analysts that are essentially saying that the bull run does in fact continue, just like mirroring the 2013 bull run, guys. There were periods in the bull run when there was 50% pullback, 70% crashes, and people thought, oh no, it was done for. And little did they know, if they just zoomed out, they would be a lot happier today. So right here, guys, June 1st, we did have XRP open up at 98 cents, give or take. And we can see that XRP was at just 57 cents on April 1st. And then on May 1st, it was $1.63. So at least we're higher than April. Would love to hear your thoughts for July 1st next month. And right here, guys, on utility-scan.com, watching the ODL on-demand liquidity transfers of XRP as a bridge asset between the US dollar and Philippine peso in the last 24 hours is still well over $600,000 on a 24-hour basis. Not bad. We do remember a while back the Brazilian real and the US dollar corridor was getting tested, and I cannot wait to see this volume pumping yet again. So we'll keep an eye on this. And right here, guys, I encourage you to follow Deep Space Flare. We actually have confirmation now on the GitHub of Ledger HQ. So the cold storage wallet, the hardware wallets that I utilize like Ledger Nano X and S, and links are in the video description if you guys want one to store your crypto off exchanges in a secure manner. We can see that Flare networks will actually be available, or at least interoperable with this, meaning that I'll be able to custody my Flare, my Spark token with this platform. So I cannot wait. Great to see, and once again, thank you, Deep Space Flare. And I also wanted to quickly highlight this, shared by XRP_owl right here. I was privately shared this Barclays memo to clients today. Thank you to the anonymous individual that sent this. Now, Barclays, large bank, large RippleNet partner, no surprise. We can see right here, the cash balance description has been updated to include fees that may be charged by third parties and to refer to cryptocurrency as a digital currency. Boom. Yep, Darren's got the right GIF as well right there. Next up, right here, the XRP Bully guys, along with Crypto Whale or Mr. Whale, sharing this breaking. Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson's attorneys have requested the SEC to investigate and obtain important documents from Ifinex, the same Chinese firm that operates Tether and Bitfinex. Now, I used to do a lot of leverage trading, used to do a lot of Forex trading back in the day, and if you were ever to even essentially try to buy crypto or do leverage trading with XRP with some of these Forex platforms, they would actually source liquidity from Bitfinex. So please don't take this as me trying to spread FUD. I'm just spreading information. Take it with a grain of salt if you wish, and take this information and do what you will with it. But right here, they're investigating and trying to obtain documents from essentially this company that operates Tether and Bitfinex. So it does make you wonder. The information behind this could be quite large. We can see the company that operates Tether and Bitfinex, iFinex Inc., doing business as Bitfinex. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Highly recommend looking into it and following the XRP bully as well. He actually has some infographics available. And please do your own research, decide for yourselves. But I thought this was worth mentioning in this video because we are in such critical times right now. All right. So I'm not going to say some of these words here because I don't want this video to get shadow banned by YouTube as always, but I did want to show right here, okay? Next up, Securitize. So I think you've heard of these two groups called Coinbase and Ripple. Well, they invested into Securitize, helping essentially create digital asset securities, DASs, and you're going to see this more and more, digital asset securities. Now, the European adoption of security tokens, digital asset securities, may exceed cryptocurrencies within 5 years, according to a new study by Frankfurt School per CoinDesk. Digital asset securities are expected to grow approximately 81% per year. Very interesting. Reports available. Let me retweet this as well. Make sure it's muted. And if you guys want to check that out, shared by Securitize. Also, in tandem with Securitize, to issue digital asset securities for yield funds. Really quick, a digital asset securities firm has launched 2 crypto security yield funds, one based on Bitcoin and the other denominated in the stablecoin USDC. This may be biased, but my personal choice when I'm sitting in sideline cash for anybody that's new, I do not hold Tether for the long term. I would only use it if I'm holding it for minutes just to transfer or to kind of swap between assets because it is a liquid pair, but for me it's too risky to hold long term. So I would always choose USDC by the firm of Circle that Brian Brooks, former acting comptroller of currency of the United States government, kind of represented in a way and did definitely he was a long-term advocate of it, fully backed, fully regulated, close with the United States government as well. So that's something I'm more comfortable in because stablecoins are already risky enough. I don't care if you believe that it's fully backed or this peg 1-to-1 ratio. I choose USDC over Tether any day of the week or just the US dollar. So just my opinion there, my 2 cents. Now the funds will be open for participation in early June and will be issued as digital asset securities on the Algorand blockchain, one of my favorite assets out there. Okay. Also, wanted to share this since we are in such interesting times. We have Ethereum's average transaction fees are at their lowest price since January. Just 2 weeks ago, these gas fees hit $70. And I know everybody was posting about that, saying, you know, the future of finance. And first off, I like ETH, and I think this is kind of a necessary hurdle that the cryptocurrency space in the world of DeFi has to overcome. So average transaction fees on the Ethereum blockchain have fallen to their lowest prices since January, according to data from cryptometrics site BitInfo Charts. The average cost of a transaction on Ethereum hit $7 yesterday, the lowest since January 23rd, when fees averaged $6.89. And right here, Ethereum's transaction fees are paid out to miners who process transactions on the blockchain. Transaction fees are far higher during periods of heavy traffic. When the network is quiet, fees dip. Absolutely. Right here, guys, we're at the Economist, so just pointing out another Ripple mentioned by Santander, an early investor and RippleNet partner. The Santander Poland article mentions their 2020 implementation of OnePayFX, their application for US dollar payments via Ripple. So just wanted to point it out. Links available right here. We have it right here, and let me just open it up. 73 pages, Control Find. OnePayFX, further extension of the payment system within Santander Group. And what was her name? Amy Botin? Very, I liked her commentary, and she was representing Santander, her commentary on Ripple and XRP. So in relation to online payments in US dollar made via Ripple. Absolutely beautiful. Also, guys, this is kind of obvious, but CoinDesk and just some additional commentary from Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. Ripple waiting for the SEC suit resolution before going public, says CEO. Well, obviously. And it was a quote of Brad Garlinghouse at Consensus this year. The likelihood that Ripple is a public company is very high at some points. And they've said this time and time again, but we need regulatory clarity, not more regulatory uncertainty. The worst thing that can come out of this lawsuit, and I don't think it comes out in a bad way, the worst thing is that there's actually no clarity when all is said and done, and the SEC gets away with just dragging it out, causing FUD, and there's no actual certainty. And that is why Ripple and their lawyers are so adamant. They're saying, we don't care. We don't care what it takes. We are getting clarity, and we are determining if XRP today is a security or not a security. And if there is clarity and we get what we want, that glass ceiling will forever be gone over the XRP price chart, and there will be no more resistance above those levels. And at least there'll hopefully be a new bottom floor as well. And then ODL can finally start ramping up, and what happens? We have utility volume that starts creeping up and making that ground floor the new bottom. So now the new bottom for XRP's price would be 80 cents, then 90 cents, then $2, then $10. And no matter how much the market dumps, even if Bitcoin dumps, the utility drives the XRP ledger, and the ground floor of utility in combination, in tandem with speculation, will drive the price higher than we've even imagined. We've never been here before. So don't tell me what is possible, because we are in uncharted territory. And in summation, guys, I did just Google it. It is Anna Botín, and she's had some very interesting commentary on Ripple specifically. She represents or is an executive chairman of the Santander Group. And then also, remember King Solomon just shared that memo, so to speak, with Barclays calling cryptocurrency digital currency. Well, check this out. Back in 2019, Ripple, Barclays Tech Accelerator, and other investors have backed a $1.7 million round for SendFriend. And I know we've discussed them probably a good dozen times. A new remittance startup that will use the XRP cryptocurrency to move funds internationally. So do we see all these chess pieces at play? We start here, MasterCard Foundation, MIT, blah, blah, blah. So just pointing all this out, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will catch you in the next video.